Hi guys, how's it going? So in this new project, we're going to be testing our VPC connectivity. And so far, right now we're on project 5, or the part 5 of the project. And so far, we've created a VPC, subnet, internet gateway, route table, security group, knuckle, private resources, and then EC2 instances within the private and public subnets. Awesome. So there's the diagram. Basically, what we did first was we created the VPC, then the public subnet, and then the route table, then internet gateway, and then the security group, then the knuckle. And then we did the same thing for the private subnets, then the private route tables, private security group, and then the private knuckle. And now then we also created the EC2 instances in there. Awesome. So now we're just going to test the connectivity. And so I'm going to go with step-by-step guidance this time. And I did delete everything when we started. So we're going to set up the, everything over here. We're going to set these up. And we're going to keep, nope. So we're going to just start from create VPC. And this time, instead of just doing them one by one, we're going to use VPC and more. So we can we can do this quickly. So we just follow the steps. NextWork. Then it's prefilled as this. We'll leave at its default. Our public subnet will be, let's just choose one. Yeah, one easy. Public subnet is gonna be 24. This is also going to be 24, but it's gonna be 1024. Awesome. I'm gonna say no VPC endpoints. Nada. I'm gonna create VPC. And you can see everything is being created super fast. Sweet. Okay. Let's hit view PC, and this time I'll shrink this a little bit. And now we can see everything that has been created. Perfect. Now we're just going to rename all this into what we already know, so it's easier for us to recognize when we do it next. So we're gonna go here, and I'm already in VPC, so I may as well just I'll change it to NextWork VPC. Save. Awesome. We'll go to the resource map, and let's open this in a new tab. Route table should have their own tab, and then the internet gateway should have its own tab. And let's see. Okay, cool. So let's start with the subnets. Alright. Public subnets. And then the private subnets. Cool. For the route table, I'm gonna give it public route table, and then the private route table, and then the internet gateway is also gonna be getting renamed to NextWork IG. Cool. And now we're going to the network ACLs. We're gonna give this one is the one that's associated with our VPC. I'm just gonna automatically rename this as the public one. Yep, public knuckle, and then I'm gonna create the new one, the private one, associated, and then go to subnet associations of the private one. I'm gonna edit, and we're gonna take the private subnet back from the first one. So now you can see we have separated them beautifully. Let's go. Private. Okay, cool. We're done here. Now the security groups. Awesome. I think I'll do it from here. Well, both of these are default, and so they're going to be useless to us. even though I think, 1 second, 62 EED. So this is the one that's currently connected, but if we look at the inbound rules, it's allowing all traffic. Outbound is also allowing all traffic, right? Um, and they're both the default ones. But we want to create our own, so we'll just create our own. Nope, not this. We'll give it this name, the public, and then we're going to give it a good description as well. Give it to NextWork VPC, and we're going to add an inbound rule that says give us HTTP traffic from anywhere, and we're good. I'm going to leave the outbound panel the same. Oh, okay, we already did that. All right, and now we're going to, so this is it. Yeah, and then the outbound, so we're going to leave it the same for all traffic. Interesting. So this is HTTP, and then this is going to be IPv4 all traffic. Hold on. Oh, okay, all protocols, all traffic. Okay, cool. And here type is going to be only HTTP and TCP protocol. Cool. And the source. Did they say anything about the source? I did not. Okay, cool. Alright, so now we're going to create our EC2 instance. Let's create, open new tab, and we're going to call it NextWork public server. We're going to go to instances. I'm going to choose, there's no running instance, so we're going to create our own. And we're going to call it NextWork public server. And we're going to choose, oops, everything that's in the free tier. Cool. Awesome. I've got free tier as well. Perfect. And I'm going to use the same key pair that I used previously. And here I'm going to edit here. Alright. So since we already know, we're going to associate this with the NextWork VPC. This is going to be the public subnet. And if it's public, that means we need to enable auto assign IP. So anything we create in there will be automatically assigned. Since we've already created a NextWork security group, we're going to attach it to our public security group. And we're done. We'll launch that instance. Cool. Let's view instances. Let's click on this. And if we go to networking here, we can see everything. The VPC ID, the subnet ID, the IPv4 public address, and then the private address. And the availability zone it's in as well. Cool. Let me see. Yeah, we've got it already. That's fine. Now here we are creating the EC2 instance. We're going to launch the next one. This time it's going to be the private server. Unfortunately, it's not going to allow us to have a free tier with this one, but we're going to have a free instance. So we just have to do this lab quickly so we don't incur cost. We're going to edit this and then give it to NextWork VPC, and then it's going to stay at private subnet, and we're going to keep this disabled, but we're going to create a new security group. Oh, well, we're going to create a new one, and this new one we're going to call it NextWork private security group, and then it's going to have its own description this time as well. And then we're going to, there's a root type that's set to SSH. Yes. Okay. Change the source type from anywhere to custom. And in the source drop down, we're going to choose NextWork public security group. Awesome. And we're gonna say launch instance. Okay. And view our instances. So the next thing we're going to do is connect NextWork to the public server. So we're gonna hit we're gonna go to a public server and then we're gonna hit connect. Yeah, next to a public server, hit connect, and then we're gonna see the default settings. We're gonna select connect as well, and we should see a field to connect. And then we're going to investigate why it failed. See, error establishing SSH connection to your instance. Try again later. Cool. So we're going to figure out why it's failed. So we'll go to the VPC console and we're going to go to subnets. And from subnets, we're going to choose the public subnet. And then we'll look at the route table. And it's good so far. And then we'll investigate the network ACL. And you can see it's allowing traffic from everywhere. Yes, so that should not be the issue. Okay, so now we're going to go to the security groups. And the security groups, we're going to choose the public security group here. And then we're going to check the inbound rules. And it says, let's refresh this. Public security group. It allows HTTP traffic from anywhere. Okay, mystery solved. Okay, cool. In the inbound tab, we're going to edit and then we're going to add a rule. So for inbound rules, we're going to edit, then we're going to add a rule, and the rule says the type should be SSH, and then custom should be, or the source should be IPv4 anywhere. But it didn't say where exactly, so we're going to save the rules. It's the public inbound SSH anywhere. Awesome. And now if we go to the public server and connect again, it should work. We should see a bed. Do we see a bed? Perfect. That means it's good. Cool. So now we're going to test the connectivity between the EC2 instances. Great. So now I'm going to leave this open and I'm going to go into the EC2 console and I'll select the NextWork private server, this guy, and I'm going to take the private server's IPv4 address. Oh, okay, the private server's private IPv4 address. That's it. Cool. And then I'm going to run ping. So it should look like this. Cool. So let's do ping and paste. I don't know what happened. Ping. Oh, no for space, just paste. Okay, cool. And we're just gonna. Okay, so we run the ping, but we're not getting anything back. This is a similar response we're getting. And the single line indicates public server has sent out a ping message, and that's about it. And we're not receiving anything back. Okay, cool. So let's resume. So now we'll leave that open and we'll go back to the VPC console and we'll go back to the subnets page, and then we're going to click on the NextWork private subnet this time, and we're going to check let's investigate the route table first. Okay, I mean this is fine because we don't want it to go outside, so that's fine. And then we're going to go to the knuckles, and the knuckles allows everything. So how the route tables, our route table is set up perfectly, so there's zero issues, but the network ACL allows all traffic inbound and outbound are denied. What? Are they? No. For the private subnet, are we talking about private or public subnet? This is a private subnet, isn't it? So if we click the knuckles, who added this? Ah, okay, cool. Okay, so yeah, that's the thing. Yeah, so I don't know. I think there was a glitch. All right, so there should be, basically they're all denied. Cool. Okay, everything is denied. So we're going to edit the inbound rules of the knuckle. So I need to open, these are the knuckles. I'm gonna refresh this. NextWork private knuckle. And I'm going to go to inbound rules, and it says all traffic is denied. So I'm going to edit the inbound, select the inbound rules and edit the inbound rules. Okay. And then we're going to say add a new rule and say 100 says the type should be 100 says the type should be ICMP, all ICMP. That's the source. And the source should be this, our private subnet. Oh, our public subnet actually. Source coming, so the source to traffic coming from our public subnet. Okay, which is this. Okay, that's fair. Oh, and we do the same thing for the outbound. This is private. Yeah. We're going to add the 100 rule that says all traffic from ICMP. And then we're going to add this and save changes. Before I finish, select the security groups. So now we're going to go into security groups again, and we'll refresh from here. And let's click the private security group. There it is. And we'll check the inbound rules. It says SSH traffic is allowed. Does the security group allow ICMP? No, it doesn't. So we're going to have to allow it. So we're going to edit inbound rule, and we're going to add a rule that will allow ICMP IPv4. And for the source, we're going to say NextWork public security group. There it is. Save rules. So inbound SSH ICMPv4. Hold on. Which one is this again? NextWork private security group. Okay. For the outbound rules, we allowed ICMP IPv4. That's the inbound rules. And the outbound rules, we allowed all traffic. It didn't work. Security groups. NextWork private security group. Edit inbound rules. And we added the rule that ICMP yada yada yada. Cool. I didn't pick about oh, should we check here? Oh, okay. After we allowed it, it's working. But still, I need to check here. Edit inbound rules, add rule. Okay. Check the inbound rules and the inbound rules of the private security group was not allowing it. So then we edited and we added a rule and we did this and the source, yada yada yada. So we didn't pick NextWork public blah blah because the source is different there. Good catch. Okay, cool. Alright, so it's working. We saved the rules and then it's working. We're getting a lot of pings. That's cool. Alright, and so I'm just gonna stop it now by pressing Ctrl C, and that stops the ping. Next, we're going to test the connectivity between with the internet. Okay, cool. So command Ctrl C, that'll stop the ping, and then this time I'm going to type in curl dot example. Let's do that, and it just gives us a bunch of HTTP code. I guess that was this. Alright, then we're going to do curl NextWork learn.nextwork.org, and it gives us so much code from the website. That's fire. Actually, from here we could do curl. Okay, it's org. Let's try that. I see it's redirecting. Okay, curl network.org will redirect us, but it won't work. So if we run this one instead, let's just do C. Alright, and we hit enter. So much more. Here's more data coming through. Alright, cool. And I think we're done. We are done testing our connectivity. This time the project took us about 23 minutes. I'll say 25 minutes. And now we're going to delete all the resources that were here. So delete. See if you guys stop from deleting first, type delete. Okay, cool. Yes, so far so good. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to stop these instances first, and then I'm going to stop them or terminate them. I'm going to do that first because if I come to VPC and I try to terminate or delete the VPC, it's not going to allow me because these are dependent on it. So I'm just going to wait till it's totally shut down. Still shutting down until they all reach terminated. Okay, so they have moved from shutting down to terminated. Awesome. And now we can delete our VPC. Hit delete, and it should delete everything we've been working on. So if we come back here and we're offline now, so if we refresh, zilch, nada, failed to connect. Perfect. EC2 instance, refresh, nothing is there. If we check our security groups, 0, go back to normal. If we check the knuckles, back to defaults. If we check the subnets, back to defaults. If we check the route tables, back to defaults. Internet gateway, it's already gone. Yeah, I think so far, oh, gone. Security groups are also gone in it. Alright, so everything is clear. Subnets, route tables, internet gateway, knuckles, security groups, and we're done. Are we done? Yeah, I'll say 25 minutes. Done. Awesome. Now that we're done, we're going to share our documentation to LinkedIn, and I'll still download the PDF. Ah, scheiße. If I do this, testing NextWork connectivity, let's copy. Save it. Let's download the README for GitHub. I'll copy the URL, click on LinkedIn, and I will still come back here, check on my portfolio, and I will add it here. Oh, nope. And this is it. Very pretty cool. Alright, awesome. GitHub. We almost forgot about GitHub. We're gonna create new repository. I'm gonna call it testing VPC connectivity, create, and I'm going to upload the README file. And commit the changes. I can close these in the meantime. And this is how my project looks in here. Awesome. Alright, it was good talking to you guys. See ya.